Hello, my name is Ken Erdmann, Senior Vice President of Operations for Matrix PDM Engineering. And I'm here with Rama, Challa, to give a presentation on delivering successful downstream storage solutions on an EPFC basis. And that stands for Engineering, Procure, Fabrication, and Construct. Again, my name is Ken Erdmann. I've been with Matrix for approximately 29 years. I've always been pretty involved with the storage solutions part of our business. And over the years, we've grown to provide more balance of plant opportunities and services and products to wrap those storage solutions. But today we're going to focus on our background in the EPFC business for tanks and storage. With that, I'll hand off to Rama and let him introduce himself. Go ahead, Rama.
Thank you, Ken. My name is Rama Challa. I've been with Matrix for the last 17 years. I've been in the industry for 30 plus years. My role in the Matrix PDM engineering organization is a projects director. I'm responsible for engineering, design, and document delivery for the projects that we engineer and construct.
All right. So to give a little more background on Matrix, our parent company is Matrix Service Company. It's a public company traded on NASDAQ. We're a top tier company and EPC contractor in both the energy and industrial markets. We've been around since the early 1980s, and we currently operate under three main subsidiaries. Matrix PDM Engineering is the subsidiary that Rama and I work for. We provide engineering direct to our end customers, and we also provide engineering for our two construction subsidiaries as a part of an EPC offering. So Matrix NAC is our union construction subsidiary. Matrix Service is our merit construction subsidiary. Both of them can provide the services we'll talk about here today. And then Matrix Applied Technologies is a products company that provides tank-related products. Examples would be aluminum floating roofs, floating suction systems, aluminum geodesic domes, and they provide those products both to our internal projects as well as selling those products globally to other contractors throughout the US and beyond. Down below, we've listed our main fabrication facilities. The Port of Catoosa is one of the most modern heavy steel plate fabrication facilities in the US. And that's where a lot of our heavy plate fabrication is done for North America. Orange, California has good capabilities as well, and they're more locally available to our West Coast projects. Then we also do pipe spooling and modular fabrication in Bellingham, Washington, and East Chicago. And again, Matrix Applied Technology has a fab shop in Korea that's positioned well to support all of our global markets with those product lines. At Matrix, we've got decades, again, since the 80s of experience in this industry, and our legacy, although it started in the storage business and is still firmly in that business, we've grown from there to provide turnkey terminal opportunities in the US. We are one of the largest new tank contractors in North America. We've built over 150 million barrels of storage just in the last 10 years. We are the largest tank maintenance and repair contractor in North America, and we have a full line of products and services to support that tank market. Again, we engineer, fabricate, we do feasibility studies, permitting, tank relocation, cleaning, repair, and alteration, as well as the capital construction services. So all in all, we are a total tank support services provider, even providing the cleaning solutions and the environmental services that go along with preparing a tank for inspection and maintenance. Within engineering, we can provide complete design, facility design services, starting with your facility layout and design, process flow design, site, civil, containment, foundations, the tanks themselves, the full piping system, including manifolds and stress analysis of those systems. If we need heat tracing and insulation for various products, we can provide that. We can design the fire protection systems, and whatever product movement methodology you need, whether it's truck, rail, pipeline connections, even marine connections, marine loadout, all of that can be done in-house. We can do fitness for service for existing facilities, and any kind of shipping and loading systems that you might need. Within the terminal, if you need pump upgrades or piping and manifold analysis, we can handle that. We can do vapor recovery, gauging, all the automation for the facility, including the power distribution and control systems, vapor recovery systems, and also a lot of times you have pigging requirements for terminals that connect to pipelines. And so truly, even though storage was kind of how we began into this industry and market, and we initially established ourselves as the largest storage provider in North America, we've grown over the years to where we're a complete terminal provider, and probably the largest terminal provider right now in North America. We're on API committees. We get involved in supporting the standards and specifications and codes that govern our industry. Myself, I'm a chair of the subgroup design within the subcommittee of above ground storage tank committee at API. This is a committee that maintains all of the API related tank standards, whether they are atmospheric tanks, pressure tanks, refrigerated cryogenic tanks. They all those standards are maintained by the SCAS group. Rama Challa chairs the refrigeration tank task group. This group handles the agenda items that specifically address refrigerated and cryogenic tanks. And so those agenda items would originate in Rama's task group and then would move up to the subgroups for balloting. In addition to that, Chuck Kolb, who leads up our quality control department, supports these committees, handles agenda items in that refrigerated tank task group as well as in subgroup fabrication. And Dave Redmond handles several agenda items as well in subgroup design. So an important part of what we do and a way for us to stay connected to our industry and to our colleagues that support this industry. So with that, I'll hand off to Rama and let him dive into a few more details about some specific tank applications. Go ahead, Rama.
Thank you, Ken. Storage tanks are a critical part of your infrastructure, whether it's part of your plant or whether it is part of a terminal. A large amount of your spend is on the storage tanks construction and repair and maintenance. A key consideration as an owner operator that you should think about is early engagement of tank constructors or tank engineers during the feasibility phases of your project. There are multiple instances where we engaged with clients way early in the planning process and help them come up with cost-effective solutions so that the overall costs for the project are reduced. One of the key things that you need to consider is a tank is not just a tank. It is a tank system. For example, if you have a molten sulfur storage, it's a high temperature vessel in your facility, not only you should consider the tank itself, but also the tank thermal maintenance system, air sweeping and venting, fire safety and protection, and the maintenance of the system. In addition to these, any engineer that designs your tank needs to have a good understanding of damage mechanisms that the storage tank will go through during its operational aspects. Next one. So Matrix, as Ken identified earlier, has a lot of experience doing multiple types of tanks within the US. We stored all types of products, such as crude, finished products, etc. But in addition to atmospheric storage, we are capable of storing things at high temperature and also cryogenic. For example, this slide shows a ammonia tanks and refrigeration system project that we have done. It consists of a couple of double wall containment ammonia tanks. In addition to that, a couple of urea ammonium nitrate tanks, which are at atmospheric temperatures. In addition to the tanks, our organization has designed and built the other facilities such as refrigeration compressors, flares, and other aspects of the facility. Next slide. So this reminds me of a story I had when I was interviewing a young engineer who subsequently joined us. He said, Rama, I thought the tanks were just buckets. Well, not quite. So for example, you may have a facility that has space limitations. This is an existing acid plant where the client wanted us to have specialty vessels, which have complex geometries to meet their process requirements. In addition to that, there were area limitations for construction and also for the design. So we have worked closely with the clients and the clients' engineering groups and their operations and maintenance people to come up with a solution. These are complex tanks which we provided, which has the different geometries, like a spherical geometry on the top and a conical bottom at the bottom. Next one. So we have so far talked a little bit about CapEx type of the services that we provide. A important part of our offering is also OpEx services. We have program management services that is provided through Matrix PDM Engineering to complement your engineering services as an owner. Because of our deep bench strength and knowledge of plate and shell products, we can work with you way early in your planning process to provide specific customized requirements for taking your storage facilities out of service, repair them, and put them back into service. There are a few companies that provide these kind of services to clients. What distinguishes us as compared to them is our ability not only to engineer and put together the construction work packages and manage them through your system, but also ability to provide construction. So we work closely with our sister construction units so that you have a single-stop shop where the engineer and the constructor are working towards meeting your goals to perform the repair on time and on schedule, and then put this tank back in service.
All right, thank you, Rama. To build on that last point is, again, one element of the service we provide is related to these integrated services for terminals and plant maintenance. And within that, project development, the conceptual front end engineering that supports a lot of the permitting needs, and then moving on into project engineering, execution, field engineering, that liaison with our internal construction entity, handling engineered equipment, procuring that equipment, shop testing that equipment, site testing that equipment, tracking and expediting all those procured items and the inspections related to them. And so within all of those services our expertise, it started with the storage tank and pressure vessel markets, but now we have a full suite, including the process engineers, chemical engineers, mechanical, piping, civil and structural, and then down into the electrical instrumentation and control systems engineering to automate the facilities and ultimately develop all of the interfaces that the owners need to operate the facilities when we're done. So with that covers our topics for today. I want to thank you for giving us the time to share a little bit about Matrix Service Company and Matrix PDM Engineering. And from here, we'll open up for questions and answers. Thank you.